I'll see you guys backstage.
You are rocking out
live.
Woo!
We're Collective Soul. Check us out on Access TV.
You're marvelous. You're marvelous. You're so marvelous. You really are. Like a pow. And they can come alive. Hey, little guy, what you doing in there? So, wait, I'm not finished. I appreciate it. You're very nice, but I'm not finished. And one line.
A rock legend is about to burn in hell. Join Access TV as Twisted Sister frontman and reality TV icon Dee Snider gets his golden locks rocked live. It's been long enough. We're not gonna take it anymore. A heavy metal rotisserie, Roastmaster, Penn Jillette of Penn and Teller, and many celebrity roasters fire up the griller. Live, the Revolver Guitar World Rock and Roll Roast of Dee Snider. Payback's a mother.
Welcome back to beautiful Kansas City, Missouri. Resurrection Fighting Alliance number 6 is alive and happening. We've got one more fight to go. Our main event, the rematch we've been waiting for between Toby Imada and the James Krause. Michael Chavello, Pat Milicic with you. Great to have you here as we kick off a big year of live mixed martial arts on Access TV. Pat, the main event. Toby Imada comes in the favourite with the bookmakers at minus 130. James Krause at plus 100. How do you see it going down?
Well, Krause has vastly improved. His striking is very sharp, knows how to distance, uses jab a lot. Could give Imada some problems. But Imada, the kid can do any submission at any time. He's incredible on the ground. And he said he's trained with world-class strikers for this. He's ready to bang with Krause if he has to.
They last fought in April of 2010. 2 years later, Pat, who do you see as the more improved between Imada and Krause?
You know, honestly, I have to go with Krause. I mean, he really has improved a lot. Imada's obviously gotten better also, but I think Krause has made improvements by leaps and gains.
Folks, it is our main event. Let's take a closer look here at Toby Imada rematching the James Krause.
Imada going for this straight armbar. Oh, he's saying tap. That's the tap. That is it.
I'm up one on him. He's going to be gunning for me. He's going to have a lot of time to have prepared for this. And I'm going to have to do my best to have an answer for whatever he has.
It's a fight I want back, definitely. The difference is between me now and 3 years ago, it's just not even the same guy. I've completely evolved everywhere. I feel great. I'm definitely ready to come back and get this loss back.
Don't take it personal, man. It's business, it's a fight. I don't owe you anything, so oh well.
If I go out and I have fun, and I do my game and I quit worrying about what they're doing, that's usually one of the 18 wins. So I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna be exciting. I'm gonna do what I normally do, and I'm not gonna worry about what he's gonna do. I'm just gonna do me, and hopefully I'll come out with a win.
The victory means I'm doing stuff right still. One of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to reach the end of my career and then be at the very bottom. I want to be successful. I still want to be acknowledged. So that's my whole thing until I retire. That's going to be my goal.
A win over here basically states that I don't have anywhere else to go but up. It tells everybody that I should be at the top level and I shouldn't be anywhere else. Now I'm really excited to get in front of my fans and really get the KC crowd behind me and just feel the vibe in the building.
It is main event time. Imada versus Krause. Once again, up to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, Toby Imada.
Toby Imada signed the contract to fight Krause in this rematch 3 weeks ago and says even in that relatively short time frame, he is impressed with his training results and ready to hand Krause another loss. The game plan is to use angles, lots of footwork. Get inside that massive reach of Krause, dirty box him, wear down his legs, hang on his head, look for an opening to take him down and finish him. He's gone 3-2 in his last 5, 6-4 in his last 10. This is a big opportunity for Imada to beat an opponent who is knocking loudly at UFC's door.
Yeah, get the attention back on him. He seemed pretty confident in our interviews, thinks that he can go out and get this job done. But as you said, he's going to have to get past that reach of Krause to be able to pull it off.
Of Mexican-Japanese descent, his dad Japanese, his mum Mexican. You might be surprised to know that Toby is actually his nickname. His full name is Toby Imada. We'll call him Toby.
His opponent fighting out of the red corner, the James Krause.
Listen to that ovation. The biggest one of the night is reserved for the main eventer from Lee's Summit, Missouri. And it's appropriate music. We're here in Missouri. He has come home in certainly the biggest fight to date in his career. Because as James Krause said in that piece you just saw, and as he told us yesterday, a win here tonight means that he hopes UFC will come knocking. There's a very good chance they could, Pat, if he's impressive here tonight.
Yeah, but he cannot
deserves it.
He does. He really does. He was an exceptional fighter, but he cannot look past Toby Imada. And he bluntly said to us, he's not focused on revenge. He's focused on winning and getting to that next step in the big show.
One of the hottest fighters of 2012, undefeated in 3 fights last year. His final 2 fights lasted a combined 50 seconds all up. He knocked out Guilherme Trindade in 31 seconds. He submitted Joe Jordan in just 19 seconds. The tail of the tape for our main event, Imada 30-17, Krause 18-4. Imada the elder by 8 years, the shorter 5'8" versus 6'2". The weight goes the way of Imada. The reach, there it is, 5 inches from armpit to end of the fingers to the James Krause. The experts say on this one, striking Krause. Ground is even, speed is Krause. Strength and endurance is even. We are ready to rock and roll in our main event once again. Up to Mike Kendall.
Fight fans, this is the main event of the evening. It is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the RFA lightweight division. It is brought to you by Let It Fly Energy Drink. Kansas City, Missouri, are you ready for war? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands at 5'8" and weighing in at 156.7 pounds. Holding a professional MMA record of 30 wins, 17 losses. Training out of the Arena and Victory MMA from San Diego, California, Toby Imada. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, stands at 6'2" and weighing in at 155.6 pounds. Holding a professional MMA record of 18 wins, 4 losses. Training out of Grindhouse MMA from Lee's Summit, Missouri, the James Krause. Your referee in charge of the action is Mike England.
Right over here. Okay, fellas, give you instructions earlier. You got any questions, sir? Got any questions, sir? Touch them up right here. Come out fighting.
Final instructions from our center referee, Mike England. Toby Imada at -130. They come back on James Krause at +100. Imada, 27% finishes via KO. 28% finishes via KO for Krause. A massive 67% by a sub. Michael Chavello, Pat Miletich with you. Let's see if Krause can loop one of those shin kicks around the back of the neck. He hits a right hand early on from Imada. Not the start Krause wanted. Looks a little affected here.
Imada dumped him once and then poked him in the eye after he got up.
Krause jab 2, missed the target. Imada clinches up with him. Krause wants to break off here, and he does. Drills in a knee, eats an uppercut from Imada. Imada staying in close as he said he would. closing down on Kraus, negating those rigid techniques of Kraus.
Imada doing some tricky stuff while they were standing up, throw a combo, and then clamp down with his arm on the glove, so Kraus couldn't get away from him as easily.
Go to canvas once again, back to his feet, Imada.
Beautiful, sorry, Michael, beautiful escape out of that guillotine, that corkscrew move of spinning out of that. It's really tough to keep a guillotine when the guy's good at that.
Throws a knee to the thigh, does Toby Imada. Sprawls out as Kraus dropped down. Imada looking for a guillotine perhaps. Kraus is free of that. Now let's see if Kraus can use his range. This is the distance Kraus wants to be at. Keeping Imada at the end of his jab, setting up maybe for a right-legged round kick. Goes one to the outside thigh of Imada. Kraus has got to keep pumping that jab.
Imada leans the same way after each jab comes at him. There's a pattern setting up here. See how he leans to the right each time that jab comes most of the time.
Kraus jabbing, sitting behind that reach. Wants to set up that right hand, wants to set up that right leg. Imada's got to get on the inside, and again, Kraus keeping him at the end of his lead club. This is solid timing. Kraus seems to have found his rhythm more now. Switches to southpaw as Kraus. He may go for a left leg round kick. No, back to orthodox. Just keeping Imada guessing. There's the 1-2.
Got to throw that jab. Imada's going to lean to the right. Throw your right hand to the right side.
When he throws a 3, nicely done. Trying to curl the left hand around the back of the right glove. Imada comes over the top. The distance isn't there though for Toby Imada. Kraus circles off clockwise. Got to be careful drifting into that power hand of Imada. Nice jab again from Kraus. Duke Rufus would have worked that jab an absolute treat at Rufus Ford in Milwaukee. And again, Kraus goes back to that number 1. There is a lot of swelling, maybe a small cut on the bridge of the nose here of Toby Imada, courtesy of the solid jabs from the James Kraus. And Kraus picking his shots, not overextending, not trying to go for a crazy aggressive finishing shot. He'll bide his tongue. He'll look for the right opportunity. And at the moment, Imada having all sorts of problems with the distance.
See how Imada leans away and to the right. With a long-arm guy like that, when you lean away, that's no scramble. You can't lean away from a long-arm guy like that. You got to lean to the side and in and close the gap inside of that punch so that you can land your counters.
Kraus goes right back to the jab. And again. Imada needs to find a way inside. Outside leg kick. Kraus just leans into it. One of a couple of ways to defend against the leg kick. And immediately Kraus goes back to jabbing range. I wish we had a counter of how many jabs Kraus has landed on Imada here in the first. Still with a minute remaining.
If anything, he's scoring a lot of points and keeping him at bay.
Some head movement now from Imada.
Yeah, now he's starting to get it more, moving a little bit more to the left.
And Kraus finds one with the right hand. There's a jab again. Imada going to the body. He's tucking the chin, looking through his brow. 3-2 combination there from James Kraus. Then dances back to centre cage. Confidence flowing here from Kraus. Again with the jabs. Imada not reading them. Eats that one. Smack bang to the kisser. And blood coming from the nose now of Toby Imada.
Yeah, he's starting to light him up now.
I've seen diabetics take less jabs, and Toby Imada is here in the first round. And look how Kraus just controls the centre of the cage, forces Imada to the outside. There's the high kick. Imada catches the kicking leg. A couple of hammer fists. James Kraus secures the first round. Pat, that jab of Kraus is what's doing the damage. Imada just can't get on the inside.
Yeah, he's done a great job this whole round. He's improved his boxing immensely, doing a great job Imada coming back on him that time and getting him off balance, then poking him in the eye when he got up. Wasn't a great start to the round, but he certainly turned things around with that jab. Beautiful distancing with that. When you're a long arm guy and you got good rhythm, great striking, it's easy to sit back and just pick at people and tear them apart from the outside. There's the head kick. Imada grabbing the leg, trying to get the takedown. A little too late in the round to get anything going, but Krause looking great.
Easy first round, 10-9 for James Krause here in the rematch. Sitting behind a succulent jab.
Succulent.
Succulent. There's one for you, Pat.
Yes, sir.
Imada's got to get on the inside. He's got to close the distance, clinch up with Krause. Inside leg kick from Krause. And there's the jab again. To defend against the jab, Imada needs to change his distance, throw his right hook, parry to a straight right. That could be an effective technique for him. He's in southpaw at the moment. Now he switches back to orthodox. But maybe parry the jab, then throw a straight right to get on the inside.
Yeah, he's not done a whole lot of parrying. He's catching everything for the most part with his nose.
Again, sits at the end of the knuckles. Look how Krause times it. That said, however, I'd like to see Krause give some company to the jab, maybe with a straight right cross. There's a bolo punch uppercut.
Imada doing a better job of the head movement now, going left and right with his head movement, but you got to move your feet forward while you do that to close the gap.
Imada's nose is running with blood again here. Krause comes forward, sticks a jab, immediately gets out of the way of the counter right hand from Imada. It is a beautiful jabbing display here from James Krause. You can see Imada's struggle to get on the inside of it. Again, he eats two jabs. Now, maybe it's a case of Imada needing to just tuck that chin and bull rush in and try and bully James Krause to get on the inside. Well, because he's just sitting in no man's land at the moment, Pat.
Yeah, he's sitting on the end of his jab, and if you can't do that, he's hanging out. Got to move forward somehow.
Krause does this to so many opponents. You know, at a 155-pound weight, he is exceptionally tall. There's a pump kick, jab to inside leg kick. This is just ownership here from James Krause.
Imada now trying to figure things out, doing a little better at countering when the punches are coming at him, not after.
Imada's face bloodied up. There is swelling under his right eye. Swelling on his forehead. Oh, beautifully timed from James Krause. The head movement from Imada, he telegraphed it and Krause punished him.
And imagine you're James Krause. It's so easy to punch downhill on a shorter person with shorter arms than you. It almost feels like you're invincible when in sparring or in fights. When you go against guys like this, you can just sit back, punch downhill, and tear them apart.
Remember the way that in boxing, Lennox Lewis did it to Mike Tyson back in the day? Classic example of a taller boxer, a shorter boxer, and sitting behind the jab ad nauseum.
All day long, man.
Again, Krause not overextending, not rushing any technique, just breaking apart Imada physically and also breaking his spirit here because Imada's got to be frustrated.
Imada letting him out off the cage, got to cut him off.
Uppercut. Nicely done from James Krause. 1 minute 45 remains of what has been a jabbing clinic from Krause. Imada shoots in for a single. Krause just takes the leg out with ease.
Imada made a grunting sound and grimaced. I don't know if it was his hand or it's his face, but he dropped his left hand when he did it. I don't know if he hurt his hand or it's just his face is killing him.
Krause jabbing as he has for the entire fight. You see some footwork there from Imada trying to mix things up. He's tried switching stance to southpaw. Even that doesn't work for him. The only hope I really feel that Imada has here is to try and bull rush Krause. Maybe leading with an overhand right. He switched to southpaw again here. Go back to orthodox, leading with an overhand right, followed by a leaping left hook pat. Try and clinch up with him, maybe press him against the cage.
Oh, you got to turn it into a brawl, no doubt. I mean, you're not going to win the technical boxing match against James Krause when you have this much of a reach disadvantage and you've already taken this much punishment.
Switches to orthodox again. And Krause goes back to the jab. There's the jab too. There's not a lot of starch behind these punches of Krause, but they are precise. He is hitting the same few spots on the face over and over again, and they are pumping up.
Sid does a nice job of stepping back, drop step, and then come right back with his punches. Counter punching Imada really well, just getting out of the way just enough, and landing his stuff.
And you see immediately as Imada had the opportunity to clinch up with him, and Krause is no slouch in the clinch, but Krause shrugged him off, wants to stay at distance. He's doing everything right, and he's ahead, 2 rounds to 0. Let's take a look once again. Beautiful jabbing display from James Krause.
Yeah, Krause just sitting back, taking pot shots, shooting fish in a barrel, basically. Using that reach. Great footwork. He dumps off to the angles a lot. There's the drop step where he comes back with the nice counters and then cuts the angle to get out. Very seldom goes straight back when he's in any kind of jeopardy. Great footwork. I mean, that's imperative that you have great footwork to be a great striker, and he's worked that a lot.
Just an announcement we found out from our ringside physician here, Devison Rivero, who you saw earlier on tonight, beaten by Dakota Cochran, has suffered broken ribs. So we wish Devison Rivero a speedy recovery. Third and final round in our main event here at RFA number 6 in Kansas City, Missouri. And the James Krause just absolutely dominating via that beautiful jab. It is all for Imada to do. He's got to dig deep. He's got to get on the inside, and he's trying to work those angles. And he's got to keep that head moving. Right hand lead from Krause. Jab doubles up on it between the eyes. That was a lazy front kick. Imada almost made him pay for it.
Krause picked up the speed there. Got into 4th gear to get out of that.
Imada spinning hook kick. Missed the target. Krause balk right hand. Didn't follow through. Good high kick there from Krause. He almost throws it like a capoeira-style cartwheel kick. It's not a true Muay Thai round kick. It's not a karate round kick or more shigeri.
Yeah, it's deceptive when they drop to the side like that. A lot of times guys will drop their hands. And that's how he's caught a lot of people in the past with that head kick.
3-2, a step-up knee. Beautiful combination from James Krause. And there's the jab again. He has just done nothing wrong, Krause. This is a superb performance. And he hasn't tired. The work rate hasn't slowed down. In fact, it's picked up here in the 3rd.
He could do this all day long because he's controlling the fight pretty much the whole time.
Imada locks onto a single. Can he get Krause on his back here? Is there hope yet for Toby Imada?
Nice job torquing on that leg of Krause to put him down.
Krause wants to get back to his feet. Imada not letting it happen. And now Krause is back there.
Punch out of here! Punch out of here!
As soon as that hand comes off the canvas, Imada was going to look for a knee, and Krause, ever so slick, ever so evasive, goes back to center cage.
That was very smart. Left the left hand on the canvas so Imada couldn't knee him in the head. When the time was right, threw that right arm and cleared himself out.
James Krause threads the jab. Right hook. Hail Mary attempt there from Toby Imada. Right hand lead, the number 2 down the center from Krause. And again, just shrugs off Imada. This is like a sparring session for James Krause. Step through knee. On the outside, he's making Imada pay. On the inside, he's making Imada pay. And Imada's bloodied face, the swollen bridge of his nose, tells the story here.
Imada at least taking more chances in this round, but with those chances, trying to damage somebody, you risk being damaged, and he's taken some in the process.
Krause fakes with the right hand. He's setting it here. Or is it a round kick? It's a body shot. At full extension. That 5-inch reach advantage. And it's good to see a fighter who knows how to use his God-given advantage. A tall fighter who knows how to fight tall.
Well put.
Scooping uppercut, bolo punch there from Kraus. And Kraus is not being lazy. He could rest on his laurels here. He could sit back, drift around, shave seconds off the clock, and coast to a victory, but he's not doing that. He's constantly moving, constantly sticking those hands in the face of Imada. There's the jab again. Imada tries to slip to the outside, but he's not getting there. He's just not reading his punches. Kraus checks the low kick. Hooks a deep kick off the back leg.
Well, Kraus telling him, get me again, dude.
Imada faked a right hand, and Kraus came through with a snappy 1-2 kangaroo. Catch and counter from Kraus, but a Muay Thai 101. Imada trying to get on the inside, trying to barrel and bully rush his way in there. Turning back kick to the midsection, missed the target. Desperation now for Toby Imada with 40 seconds remaining. He holds onto the wrist, the jabbing wrist of Kraus.
Yeah, he's like, quit hitting me with that career, man. I'm tired of this.
Good right hand from Kraus. James Kraus is going to win the rematch. He said he was a completely different fighter to 2 years ago. It's shown here in the cage.
And Imada's eyes are going to be swollen shut tomorrow.
Imada's cheeks are puffed up. The forehead is puffed up. This crowd gets on their feet to rally home James Kraus. A superb performance from Kraus. Not a foot or a hand wrong. And yes, James Kraus, I do believe that UFC should be knocking at your door.
I think he certainly earned it. He's ready for it. Technically ready.
James Kraus, jubilant. 7-fight win streak now. The jab is just what won him this contest. Truly beautiful jabbing display to watch. The jab two, the occasional leg kick when Imada came in close, he slipped the knee up into the rib cage. There's the right hands doubling up on it when Imada went to southpaw stance. Really, Kraus did not do anything wrong. Besides the opening 15 seconds, maybe 10 seconds of the fight, where he was tagged by Imada. After that, it was all James Kraus.
Let's go, KC!
Kraus's record will go to 19-4. He deserves that shake at the big elite. As referee Mike England calls them into centre cage. And Mike Kendall announced the winner.
Fight fans, after 3 brutal rounds of MMA, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Henry Geary scores about 30-27. Judge Brett Miller scores about 30-27. And Judge Kevin Champion scores about 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, the James Kraus.
19-4, and Pat Miletich has the James Kraus.
All right, I'm up here with the James Kraus. The shirt says, keep calm and throw bombs. You certainly did that tonight, James. How's it feel to get revenge, redemption against the guy that beat you?
Hey, first of all, Pat, I want to thank all these good people from Kansas City for coming out, paying their hard-earned money to come watch all these guys fight. Especially Toby, he's a warrior, man. That dude, he can get hit with the kitchen sink and keep on coming.
How much have you improved since your first matchup with him in 2010?
You know, I really don't like talking about how much I've done this and how much I've done that. You know, I'll let you guys be the judge on that, but I say this every time. I want my performances to speak for themselves. And, you know I didn't get a finish like I wanted to, but I think I earned my keep tonight.
Yeah, you've improved in my mind immensely, and you've been up training with Duke Rufus. Tell me about that experience.
You know, I'm just going out there to help all these guys out, and in turn, man, they provided me with an awesome week out of my own camp here at Grindhouse Mixed Martial Arts here in Lee Summit. I want to thank Duke and Coach Cush and Anthony Pettis and for welcoming me with open arms, man. They, a lot of guys are stingy about what they teach. These guys, from the second I walked into the gym were, teach. So I got nothing but open arms to those guys, and of course all my guys at Grindhouse for always helping me out.
Right. Now, you said after this fight you want to take a break, sit back, relax a little bit, heal up, still train a little bit, but relax, and hopefully wait for that call from the UFC. What do you say?
Yeah, hey, Joe Silva, I missed your phone call, buddy. 816-699-3262. Give me a call back sometime, man.
All right, give it up for the James Krause.
The James Krause victorious. He wants that phone call from the UFC. What a night it's been here in Kansas City, Missouri. RFA number 6 kicked off with Nick Compton